kind of glad to know I'm not the only one, but maybe if I say this, you will think twice next time you are on a lineup and you start complaining to the promoter why you think the show is not going to work out. Like, oh, other shows are going on, or oh, you know, people have already made their plans, yada, yada, yada. Just negative talk about how you don't think there's going to be a large attendance to the show. You know what? About to tell you is extremely important. Should probably put on a jacket because you can't really see my romper. Yeah, business. It's all about the business. No, this is Beetlejuice. There we go. Now you can take me seriously. In today's episode, we are going to talk about promoter pet peeves. Now, I've done a few videos on this before, but I wanted to get some feedback from other folks, especially since for a lot of spaces, things are finally opening up again, or they are well on their way to. So this was people's opportunity to share their pet peeves without maybe individuals knowing who exactly they were speaking of. So one of the first ones is probably a more unexpected one. I hadn't really thought about this myself, and it was all about entourage. Thinking about the people that you're bringing as your entourage for two specific things. One, I've experienced this before, when you bring a guest and they use up the alcohol on your rider and get, well, way too intoxicated, and it just really doesn't look good on you as an artist when you have to pay for their cab home because they've lost their wallet and they are too drunk to stay at the club. Or maybe that entourage is up on stage with you. This one was really interesting, and I can think of spaces when I've seen this, like especially on like video DJ sets, like streaming, but when your entourage is on stage with you, if they don't look like they're having a good time, I mean, that's what everybody on the dance floor sees, right? So if they're like on their phone the whole time, not huge, not really helping to create that hype of them being up on there with you. And it's so interesting because I used to think like, oh man, like I don't want people up on stage with me. Like I want to just like vibe out on my own. I don't want people like spilling my drinks. And yeah, that's fair. That makes sense. But also like sometimes I do have buddies up there and they are awesome and they're hype machines and they stay out of the way, but they're still having a good time. And I look back at videos and I'm like, yeah, you know what? That does look super dope. And so it can work. It definitely can work. You just don't want them up there, you know, with their jacket on, like they look like they're about to dip out the club, or, you know, just playing on their phone the entire time. And you know, like, are those work emails? Yeah, you're having so much fun at the club, you're doing work emails? Okay, cool. I got from a couple different promoters, and I feel this one so hard. People with bad energy, they complain. So you're the promoter and you're booking your DJs and you start hearing a bunch of negative things from your DJs. Okay, so this has definitely happened more than once to me, and I'm kind of glad to know I'm not the only one, but maybe if I say this, you will think twice next time you are on a lineup and you start complaining to the promoter why you think the show is not going to work out. Like, oh, other shows are going on, or oh, you know, people have already made their plans, yada, yada, yada. Just negative talk about how you don't think there's going to be a large attendance to the show. You know what? Why don't you put all that energy into reaching out to your friends and getting your friends to come to the show, and more positive vibes around that show doing well, and encouraging people to not only like show up, but encouraging the promoter that like this is going to work out and this is going to be awesome, because that kind of vibe is literally going to bring more people like that. You know, it's funny, I remember doing a show and one of the DJs was just hammering on how it wasn't going to be a success, and then when it was a success, they were like, oh, well, it was probably because of this and that. Sorry, B, but actually, I sold more than half the tickets because I was reaching out to all these individuals. So yeah, but thanks to the credit, I'll make sure to book you again. Next one, showing up late and or right before you gotta play, and then immediately leaving right after the show. Now, if you sold half the tickets in the space and you've got other DJ gigs and, you know, and or a family or work in the morning, yada, 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 and like, that's just the way it goes sometimes. I feel ya, I hear ya, I see you. And also, if you are literally just going there to DJ your set and go, and you could actually stay and you could actually vibe out with other people and chat, and you didn't really promote the show and it was just about that quick little highlight of your night and then you peace out, people see that, they notice that, and they do not want to book artists like that, because it's less about being a part of the community and more about just like doing your thing, shining, and see you later. I mean, I don't know about you, but have you ever gone to an event and the headliner is there early, chatting with people, having drinks, eating snacks, inviting them into the green room, you know, not being creepy about it, staying after the party, hyping up the other DJs? Like, when people come in from out of town and they do stuff like that, even though, you know what, they might have been on a really long plane ride over and they don't have a lot of sleep, there are artists out there that are bigger than you that are putting in the effort to leave a lasting impression in your city while they were there. I remember John B came out to Winnipeg. He was playing at the zoo and he was like playing pool with folks before the set, just having a good time. KJ Saka, I know he would ask to go out for dinner, and I remember the first time I booked him in this city, and you know, we had grabbed all the drumming equipment, and we ended up going back to Long McQuaid, and he's like, okay, let's like figure out some other equipment, and tested it all out and figured out what worked best for him, because I think he probably knew that depending on what cities you were in, they may or may not have the equipment you're looking for, so it was best for him to just go in there and find it himself. And he was super chill about it, and he stayed in touch over the years. Like, dude is just a sweetheart and such a badass performer, producer, singer, drummer, just like excellent. But these people are so freaking fantastic and wonderful, and they're putting in the effort. And if you, my friends, are not putting in like a smidgen of effort, you're not. This isn't going long term, sweetie. It's not. Now, I'm going to mention that a lot of the promoters are also DJs, which, like, hello, yeah. I don't love throwing shows. It's not like the highlight of my life. But I think that because so many folks that are DJs have also been in the promoter aspect, they see things that other people might not. And one of the things that come to mind is definitely the one last song, 3 more songs, whatever. And you're just like DJing into somebody else's set. So one of the first times somebody did this to me, they were just putting on record after record after record, and I lost my shit. Probably not super professional, but at some point I was just like, unplug the headphones, stop the turntable, you're done, get out of here, and put my record down, because this guy was seriously just messing with me, and he went like 30 minutes over my set. I guess he thought, oh, this little girl, she doesn't know what she's doing, I'm just gonna take advantage. Or maybe he was super drunk, I don't know, doesn't matter. That was gross. So, you know, if somebody says one more song and it's like after their set time, I'll be a lot more kind about it, but still definitely very firm. And yeah, one of the things that I just think is just kind of blows my mind a little bit is when people decide that one last song is going to be one of their tracks and they want you to let the track play out. I'm just standing there. Yeah. I will remember that. It's not the end of the world if you like go a few minutes into my set. It's not the end of the world if you do something like that. But as a promoter, you're going to remember that. As a DJ that's like trying to tell the promoters who you are and are not okay playing around your DJ set, people are going to remember that ish. So, yeah. Important. Last but not least, the booking artists that are uninterested in promoting the show whatsoever. Okay, look, I get it. People don't like marketing shows. They don't even like the word marketing. They're just like, ew, I don't want to sell tickets. I want like my talent to like bring people into the show. Awesome. Are you promoting yourself as an artist to be able to make that happen? Or are you just expecting shows based on your talent in order to get the bookings? Because somebody somewhere in this equation has to bring the people in. And it's not the job of promoters to bring in your fans. It's your job to bring in your fans. It's that promoter's job to bring in the type of people for that event. Yes. But that also means booking artists that have their own fan base. That's why you'll see very diverse rosters sometimes, because promoters know if I book this type of DJ and that type of DJ, and they have like their musical stylings complement each other, but they also have different fan bases, we are going to create an opportunity for both those artists to have their fans hear one another's sets. It's like this beautiful way of cross promotion, but it's not really worth it for the promoter to book you to come in and shine alongside that other artist if you're not putting in the time and energy, if you're not like taking like maybe a little extra part of your day every once in a while to be like, hey, I'm doing this thing, I got this DJ set out, check it out, let me know what you think. Is this your vibe? I think it might be your vibe. It's for a workout, or it's for like chilling in the house, or it's for the beach, or it's for a car ride, whatever. If you are not putting in a little energy and to try to promote yourself as an artist, you're not really giving the promoter more than, hey, this awesome DJ set. And look, it's okay. Like it's not about getting the most people at events. We want quality people. I don't think I should say quality people. We want people that want to be there. We don't want to like force people to come to stuff. And also, early on in the scene, that might be what you're doing. You might be asking your coworkers, you might be asking your cousin and like family members to come out and check this thing out that you're super proud of. And they might not be into it, but they might know somebody that is, and they might still come and support you and then be introduced to another artist that they actually like better than you. And vice versa for that other artist. So put in the time and energy, folks, because promoters are paying attention to that. And if they give you the chance and the opportunity to do that, and you show up late and you play one too many tracks over the other one, and you complain and you've got bad vibes and you're not really like working on yourself as an artist and trying to like collaborate your peeps with their peeps, then I mean, what's your selling point? Because like there's a lot of DJs to pick from, okay? A lot. So I hope you liked that video today. I know it was a little sassy. I've been watching a lot of Jyoti's videos, and it's just like inspiring the shit out of me to start doing more vlogs again. And I love her flavor. I love the content that she's putting up there. So I'll have to link you to that. It's way better than mine. But stay here too, okay? Just go back and forth. Okay, so much love.